Hey there, Wastelanders, it's Brudda Mike, and thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to Sit Down Saturday, where I ramble about something to do with Fallout, and I think we may ramble about some other stuff after. It just really depends, but first, I want to talk about the Fallout Fandom. Uh-oh. So, there's like 4 tiers of Fallout fans, maybe even 5, but 4 tiers. I'd say the beginner, the intermediate, the master, and the expert. Now, you may be asking, what is this? So, after making videos and seeing all the types of comments and the different types of people it draws in, I've been able to establish about 4 tiers of Fallout fans. And the higher the tiers get, the more aggressive, the more opinionated, and the more toxic these fans get. Now, if you go in the comments and you're like, we're not toxic, you're probably a part of the problem. The Fallout fans can be immensely toxic, especially when it comes to lore. Um, and you don't see that much with the first tier, the beginner. The beginner is the casual player. You know, they don't play too much, but they like Fallout. They like the games. Maybe they'll watch a video here and there. They enjoyed the show. They've played the games maybe one time through, maybe even didn't get all the way through the games. They know a little bit. They like it. That's the beginner. They don't have too big of opinions, and if they do, it's really just something they regurgitated from another YouTuber. And that brings us to the second tier, where that is pretty much rampant. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. The Fallout YouTubers are the reason a lot of us know all the lore that we know about Fallout, and without them, this community wouldn't be so amazing. But this is where I guess thing shows up. I wouldn't say it's a problem because sometimes what the YouTuber puts out is right and correct, and people regurgitating that will stop other people from thinking otherwise in the future or something like that. Even though it doesn't matter. You should be able to enjoy these games any way you want. I just really like the story and I like the lore. I like when things stay close to the lore, but when they do new things, I'm not gonna be freaking out about it. Which these the beginner, the novice, what was it? I forgot what I called the second stage. But the second stage of Fallout fans are starting to find themselves more interested with the lore. Maybe they're trying different factions or playthroughs or play styles and such, or maybe they're going for evil, or maybe they're going for super good. It doesn't know, but they're starting to get interested, and a lot of the people that they see on YouTube and stuff, they start liking. They start really looking into the lore and these locations, and they start to form their own opinions. Probably the best stage when you start to just dive head first. And a lot of people stay in this stage for years. They don't play the games at all. They just watch the lore videos because it's cool. The lore is cool. That story is cool. It's fantastical. It's so close to reality, but not. It seems like it's something we could see in our near future or not. And so yeah, that second stage of people are usually the best, but we get into the third tier. And that is where a lot of the fandom lies. A majority of their video game intake is Fallout or some type of Fallout media related. They really like the games. They follow all the YouTubers and the people who post stuff on Instagram and stuff. It's on their feed regularly. They play the games a few times a year or once a year or something like that. They have strong opinions about endings and factions and characters in the games. And while this is where some Legionary chuds lie, a lot of the Mr. House chads like myself lie here. But I would say I'm not a stage 3. I think you guys know I'm probably off the stages at this point. But yes, this is the most beautiful stage, actually, in my opinion, because you can talk about it with people. You can meet someone and you go, oh my gosh, this guy knows Fallout. and you talk about it for 30, 40 minutes, talking about factions and what they like, and being able to see other people and their opinions for it. That's one of my favorite parts about being a Fallout fan, is being able to see how other people like and take in information, and how different personalities choose different endings or factions and such. One of the best parts of the Fallout fandom, you know a lot of the lore at this point, and you're locked in. And I would say that a good bit of my fans are, even though some are still beginners and such, which I welcome all Fallout fans. I'm trying to make a safe space for Fallout people to talk and such. And then let's get to the fourth stage. And this is the most toxic stage. Now, there are a lot of fans where it is Fallout, Fallout, Fallout. They love Fallout. They go to anything Fallout related. They're still playing Fallout Shelter after all these years. It's not fun. After the 50th time, it's not fun at all. But they are locked in. They love Fallout. They've learned as much as they can. They've seen every video on YouTube. They've done deep diving themselves. They play the games regularly. They love the lore. They love the world. They would call themselves a true wastelander, like a lot of us here, which a lot of the big people in Fallout, like big creators and such, are these level 4 people. They have solid opinions. They have takes that are based off of their own personal experiences, and then also off of morality sake and such. Now, this is one of the best areas, because you can really see people start to bring in their emotion, their care. They see things that other people don't see, and they talk about that, and they put it out there for other people to see and understand these things. And they do playthroughs and breakdowns. The biggest person I would say in this realm would be Oxhorn. No matter what you think of him, or your thoughts, or anything about him, you cannot say that he doesn't have some of the best, most captivating lore videos and breakdowns and profiles on characters that we will ever see in Fallout. And it's people like him and Rad King, and there's so many I can't even think of. Uranium Fever and Rifle Gaming, and even the Naum, I think, I don't know if I'm saying it right, who makes the comedic stuff, or Tunnel Snakes Rule, or you could even say I am in this tier, and the way we look at Fallout and how we love it, and how we talk about the stories, because there's so much to be seen there, and there's so much happening in the world. But that is also where the opinions roll in. And there's some people who can't let go of their opinions, which, some people need to work on that. But this is where the hostility comes out. If you can't agree that, I don't know, the NCR is the best, or the Legion, or Yes Man, or even Mr. House, they will get angry. They'll wish death upon you. They'll say slurs at you. Anything, because you are simply wrong, and it doesn't fit the way that they played. There's a duality to this level, which honestly scientists should study, because we see this in many other franchises. I feel like the only other franchise you see people this rabid is Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm serious. I'm so serious right now. But yeah. Those are the Fallout fans. And this isn't a hate video on Fallout fans. I love the Fallout fandom. I love seeing people's takes and the way other people look at him. I mean, we wouldn't have Ghoul if it weren't for... Someone just said it in the chat. And I was like, Ghoul. And I just fell in love with the Ghoul. Or people have brought up things that I overlooked and such. That's the best part, is with this community and stuff, and because of how much lore there is and how much opinions there are, when people share their opinions and give you their point of view, you can see things from a whole new light, which I think is beautiful. Yeah, sorry I'm kind of out of it. If you're watching this, I didn't film this on Saturday. I feel a little bit crappy, so I filmed it right after stream. But yeah, there's a lot to the Fallout fandom. Now, should I think that Fallout fans should be nicer to each other? Yes, very much. Other people have opinions and such. Now, while I can take it, especially the wild, if you guys want to see some crazy comments, go on my Instagram comments because wow, which I knew was coming. I mean, if you post, especially with how I post and such, I know people will get upset with some of my takes and stuff, but it's true. Everything I say is usually set in lore, and if not, it's a heavy theory based off of lore. Which, speaking about heavy theories based off of lore, I know you're in the Fisto Files. That's right, I got in the Fisto Files, and I'm not showing anyone else. And you are in the Fisto Files. What are you doing in there? But yeah, that's the Fallout fandom. Working on some bigger videos in the background. I'm working on another Ghoul video. I'm working on a Nuka-Cola video. And I'm also working on a Cryotech video. I haven't seen many Cryotech videos out there. And there seems to be a lot more Cryotech lore out in Fallout nowadays. And I would love to see where they take this. And is the Enclave potentially saving themselves from pre-war? Who knows? But, yeah, that's about it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe we'll do these bigger one day. Maybe I'll do like a podcast-like format and answer questions or stuff from people. Maybe I'll set up like a Google Doc thing for that, or just have it in a comment section somewhere. Yeah. Maybe we'll get on guests in the future. Maybe we'll do some interviews with other Fallout-minded individuals or even debates. I would love to debate. Yeah. We'll be watching some of Fallout Season 2 tomorrow. I don't know when, yeah, tomorrow. Because, yeah, I'll be posting those. Yes. Tomorrow on Monday. We will be watching through the show. No video tomorrow. It'll probably be just a big stream Tuesday, and then also a video. So stay tuned for that. And if you've made it this far in the video, I thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you enjoyed this video and you're not subscribed, why don't you consider subscribing and liking the video? And with all of that being said, you don't forget, you are cared for, you are loved, and you stay safe out there, Wastelanders.